Hello, a very warm welcome to the Team Talk here at Easter Road. It's our final game before Christmas and it's set to be a cracker with Hibs taking on Falkirk. We've got all the pre-match build-up coming your way with the action kicking off at 3 p.m. Yes, hello, a very warm welcome to the Team Talk Live here from Easter Road. Joining me to preview this one, it's a man who knows everything about Hibs and everything about Falkirk for that matter. Yogi Hughes, great to have you here. Where have you been? I've not seen you in ages.
I've been on holiday. I got lucky. I got 7 days golfing in Turkey. The golf was very, very poor, but the holiday was very good. Half a stone on. Rather, half a stone.
Oh, well, you can't tell at all. You're looking very dapper with your outfit and your flat cap as well. How much are you looking forward to being back here at Easter Road? And were you following the games from afar?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I feel this season for Hibs it's been a mixed bag. I feel that the European football's got a lot to play in that. You know, it's been really, really demanding of them. There's been one or two results that have just slipped out of our hands. You know, if you look at Kilmarnock away back there, Livingston there, and this will be a real tough game today. You know, we're playing against a Falkirk team that's riding high, play real good football. We're going to have to be at our best to go and beat them.
Yeah, definitely. And just on Falkirk, it's a club you know very well, and obviously Hibs know very well, having both played it and managed them. What have you made of their start to the season?
Absolutely fantastic. The lads, since John McGlynn's come in, he's done a fantastic job. He's recruited very, very well. He's got a knack for finding these players that maybe a few years ago had a big future, lost their way a little bit. John gets them in, gives them energy, gives them that enthusiasm and gets them going again, and they play a great brand of football. So really I'm intrigued to see how they go about their business, but I've just got a sneaky feeling that if they play that expansive brand of football, Hibs will capitalise on that. You know, Hibs are great at just turning it over and getting at them. But saying that, I think Hibs will want to dominate the ball as well. So I'm intrigued to see how the game goes tactically. But I'm just hoping that Hibs can get the win.
Can get the 3 points, yeah. And it's obviously only the 6th of December, but it's actually the last home game here at Easter Road before Christmas. How important is it that we finish and send the kind of home fans home happy before Christmas?
Well, I'm like you. Yeah, it's important that we win today. That keeps us in front of Falkirk, and I'm like you. We've looked at the fixtures. You know, the next ones are 2 away games: Rangers, Dundee United away. And then we've got the all-important Edinburgh Derby here at Easter Road at Christmas time. So it's very important we get the win today. I just feel that this is the time of the year, come Christmas time. Sir Alex Ferguson used to say it when we're coming into the winter months, that's where you really go and, you know, test your mettle, and I think that'll be the case today. Hibs will go and get the victory. Yeah,
always a busy time of year, both on and off the pitch. The Hibernian Community Foundation have got plenty planned for their Christmas appeal. Here's a look at how you can get involved. Hello, we're down here at HTC with the Hibernian Community Foundation to launch their 2025 Christmas appeal. Let's find out what the Hibees are up to this Christmas and how you can get involved with our appeal. Gaffer, how are you spending Christmas this year?
It's the first one. I've just recently moved house, so first one in a new house. I've got 30 people coming over to my house, so it should be quite eventful. Looking forward to it. Favourite time of the year, to be honest. Special time to spend it with your loved ones, and I think that's what we're doing this year.
Yeah, just some time with family and try and enjoy it before the transfer window kicks in January.
I'm actually due my first kid on Christmas Eve, so, and also we've got obviously the derby on the 27th, so it'll be a busy time for me, one that I've never really had before, but yeah, just can't wait, to be honest.
We're eating lots of food in between training sessions.
Yeah, all right.
Ruzi, how are you spending Christmas this year?
This year we're going to be a quiet one, my wife and the kids, simple at home.
Nice one. And how are you supporting the Hibs Community Foundation Christmas appeal?
What I'm going to do, Gav, is I'm going to bid for the silent auction for the Hibs Coalition. Many prizes. I'm going to get a good one, I think.
Best of luck.
This year I'll be supporting the Hibernian Community Foundation Christmas appeal by buying an extra few presents, donating them to the foundation so that they can distribute them to those in need amongst the community.
I'm going to buy 2 baubles, one for my house, and then I'll put one on the tree at East Road, and all funds will go to the Community Foundation.
This year, as I have done the last couple of years, and as a few of the boys have, I'll be down at the stadium feeding some meals, having a chat, spreading the Christmas cheer, and having a good day down there feeding, which will hopefully be about 500 people.
The Hibernian Christmas Appeal is now live. Whether you want to donate online, take part in our silent auction, buy a bauble, or volunteer your time, there are plenty of ways to get involved. Head to our website www.hiberniancf.org to find out more. Yes, as always, the Hibernian Community Foundation are doing plenty around the community this Christmas. Plenty of great prizes there, Yogi, in the silent auction. I think there was even a Hibs TV prize as well to come on the show with us. That would be a great prize. Have you bid for that?
No, I would. That would be a fantastic experience for anybody that gets that. But as you talk about the community, they do a fantastic job. And as you say, feeding people at Christmas time that are, feeling the pinch, that stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Any football club, it's the community, it's the most important.
Yeah, and there's plenty of ways to get involved. Head to www.hiberniancf.org to find out more. Right, back to matters on the pitch, and Hibs were last in action here at Easter Road last week where they took on Celtic. Here's the reminder of how the action played out in that one.
Walters down that touchline, whips the ball in, it's a great ball. Martin Boyle's there. Feels he was shoved in the back there. Pickpocketed by Mulligan. Oh, it's Jamie McGrath with the effort from the edge of the box, just got a bit too much on it. If you're just joining us, still goalless. Oh, that's an awkward ball from Salinger. Celtic will take the lead this time, and that is completely self-inflicted. Raphael Salinger tried to play the ball out to Miguel Chaiwa. It was short. Celtic pinched possession, but Celtic now will have their confidence lifted. Yang clips the ball in, and it's a second for Celtic. Engels it is, gets the head on it, nods the ball into the back of the net. Maeda inside the Hibs area, chance here for Celtic. Sarachi beautifully plays the ball in, chance there, oh, just wide of the far post. Hibs will get the corner. It's a good delivery. Claims for a handball there.
I think from that angle as well, if it doesn't hit his arm, Rocky's putting that in the back of the net.
Yeah.
So, it's a goal scoring opportunity.
Points to the penalty spot. Hibs up right-footed.
Yeah.
Rolls it calmly into the corner of the net. Beats Kasper Schmeichel, all ends up. 55 minutes on the clock. Hibs 1, Celtic 2. This one in with the right foot. Oh, it's off the post. Flag was up. Clip forward. It's a chase now between Bowie and Trusty. Bowie has it. Does he have support? Into the area. Chance here. Oh, it's a terrific save from Schmeichel from Chris Cadden.
To get forward and try and get the second goal.
Corner is whipped in. Nodded goalwards just over the crossbar. Nodded into the area. Bowie can't quite get there. Rocky's there. He gets a shot away. It deflects off a Celtic defender and plays the ball forwards. Nick Walsh brings the proceedings to an end. It finishes here at Easter.
Yes, it was a frustrating one last week here at Easter Road. 2-1 it finished to Celtic. Yogi, it was a game that could have gone either way, really.
Yeah, certainly. It was the 2 goals early on that killed us. You've got a mountain to climb when that happens. The first one, I can understand it, try to play out. It's a simple, you do it on the training ground. It goes back to the goalkeeper, roll to midfield. He goes around the corner. We just got caught on it. And then to lose the second one so quick after that, as I say, it's a mountain to climb. You're playing against Celtic. Any Celtic team with a 2-goal lead, they want to keep the ball, and it's very, very difficult. But all credit to Hibs, they had a real go at them, a real good go at them.
And on another day, we had chances at the end, could have got something from the game. Just on those, conceding those 2 goals in quick succession, it happened at Motherwell as well. From a manager's point of view, that's obviously incredibly frustrating. What do you put that down to? Is it a lack of concentration, or does it sometimes these things just happen?
No, these things just happen. Sometimes you can go months and months and you'll keep clean sheets, and all of a sudden you're conceding poor goals. It's a matter of just being, once you do concede that first goal, you just get together, you just make sure that you're well organised and you're focused, and your concentration levels are sky high, because you'll always win the game. You can always get chances to win the game, and we've seen that against the Celtic later on. Kasper Schmeichel had 2 or 3 great saves. There was a shout for a penalty on Boyle, you know, when he was getting in there.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to have seen that again. So, all credit to Hibs, and I think Hibs, anytime you play against Celtic, you can take great credit for the way you go about your business, even in defeat. And I think Hibs, if they go about their business today the way they played against Celtic in the second half, then there's only one winner.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, especially in the last kind of couple of years, we've shown that we can go, you know, proper toe to toe with the Old Firm, beat Celtic here at Easter Road. We won away at Ibrox as well, but it just wasn't quite there.
That's a great question, Gavin. That's actually when I was actually thinking about that. I'm coming to Easter Road to watch Hibs as a supporter. And I'm coming to Easter Road knowing that my team can beat anybody in the league, home and away, and that's a great feeling. It's not always been like that, but that is a fantastic feeling to have.
And we saw that from the the European games, pushing the likes of Michelin, Partizan, massive teams, Legia Warsaw here as well, and we can go toe to toe to everyone when we are on our day.
And if you look at the teams that we played in Europe and their advancement in European football, it just shows you how good the Hibs team is. And I'd like to say that to supporters, don't take it for granted. You know, we get frustrated and we show our emotions. The boys are trying their hardest, and I will say this again, you know, European football, if you look at the history of Scottish football, Scottish teams in Europe, they struggle domestically in the league. I think Hibs are in a right good place, and if we can kick on during the winter months, then we can get back in that European spot.
Yeah, definitely. And let's talk about the team then. We've had a few new additions in the summer, and they've kind of now had plenty of time to fit in and embed into the team. One of which is Jamie McGrath. He's been brilliant for Hibs in that middle of midfield, but he can kind of play anywhere. What have you made of him?
He's a manager's dream in terms of, as you say, he can drop back, play in midfield. He's got great legs. He gets about the pitch. He's got a goal in him. He missed a penalty against Rangers, but you don't mind that. He's got the courage to step up. Give me it, I'll go and take it. And as I say, there he is. He's an all-rounder. Scores goals, gets up, links it, gets back, helps the midfielders. And there you see there, penalty, right in the bottom corner. He's been a fantastic. When he was at Aberdeen and Hibs went to sign him, I went, wow, they've won a watch here, because if you can keep him fit, we've got a real good player on our hands.
Yeah, and it's not just his goal contributions. He gets back, he defends, he covers lots of grounds. 6 goals and 2 assists, and those numbers, they are really impressive, especially from midfield, to help the team in general when you're adding goals from midfield.
Yeah, 100%. Well, what he's sort of doing, he's playing behind the 2 strikers, and what his job is to get up there and help them. Sometimes go beyond them, link it up, but also out of possession, his job is to get back and help the 2 sitting midfielders, and he does it. He does it without. You don't have to tell him. He just knows the game like the back of his hand. And one thing I'll say to him, with 6 goals and all the assists that you've said, usually it takes players time to settle in. He's settled right in, and I'm looking for more and better things for him as the season goes on.
I think this is probably the pick of the goals. I think
it was
the
win against Livingston.
Away at Livingston, after 19 seconds, first time volley in off the post.
And that's their left footer as well, so you show you it's an all-rounder. He's a manager's dream, and let me tell you, it'll be a teammate's dream as well, because his work ethic is second to none.
Yeah, and where do you think his best position is? Do you see him as that 10 just behind the strikers, but because he's also, I know that the Gaffer's played him out wide before as well?
No, I see him more central. I think he's got more impact on the game when he's playing central. We see that with his goals, most of them are for central. You've got other players that can go down the sides and get the crosses in. His game is behind the strikers, or even playing up there with one striker, but playing in number 10, walking off back into midfield, causing a problem. The thing about him, he's all energy, isn't he? He's all action, all energy. So fantastic signing from the manager and the manager's team.
Yeah, you mentioned him being a manager's dream. You've had it across your career, both as a player but as a manager. When you get new players into the dressing room, how difficult is it for people to settle quickly and make an impact immediately?
I think anybody that's coming to Hibernian Football Club, I think the city's got a massive part to play. I think Edinburgh is a fantastic city. So you're coming in there, you're seeing your city, you're hoping that your family settles very, very quick. And that's all credit to him. Also, a player that comes in there and has got great self-belief settles very, very quick. I've seen that, you know, and that Jamie seems to have that self-belief. And as you say, scoring the goals and the assists and being in a team on a regular basis, keep him free injury, and we've got a real good top-class player in our hands.
Yeah, fingers crossed Jamie can have a big impact later today. Right, time to have a quick break. We don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll hear the pre-match thoughts from David Gray and continue our countdown to kick-off. Back in a couple of minutes.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Get NordVPN now. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Hello, welcome back to the Team Talk here on Hibs TV. Time to get the pre-match thoughts from David Gray. He has been speaking to Adam Tomlinson.
Dave, we're speaking ahead of this weekend's game against Falkirk. How's the week been leading up to it?
I think it's been a positive week in terms of what I've seen for the players and on the grass. It was probably the start of the week was a frustrating one for me when you go back over the game and you reflect on what we've done in the Celtic game. But also not to be too downbeat after a defeat, which is really difficult to do because, as I say many times, you can never accept losing games of football, and it doesn't hurt any less when you play well and lose. But there was a lot of positives to take from it. From when I think back to what I asked the players to do, for what I've seen, especially at the start of the game. Now we know we had that 2-minute period, and then up to half-time where we weren't as good as we were. But then credit to the players for going as they did, so I was able to show the players that and quickly then move on to a challenge, which is, we're playing against a team that's directly level with us on points now after Wednesday night's results. An opportunity to put ourselves 3 points in front of them, and you never know what can happen with other results. You might find yourself in third again, but at the same time, really we want to be winning our games at home, especially when we've got a chance to go and do that Saturday.
Yeah, they've been performing very well this season, Falkirk. What do you expect from them? Yeah, they're a team that they've not lost many games recently as well. They've done really well first year back in the Premier League. They've had a group of players that have been used to winning games of football, back-to-back promotions, difficult thing to do, and then going and stamping their authority in the Premier League. I think they've done well. I went to the game on Wednesday night. I thought they were good again on the night. So, they're in a good place, but I've tried all week to really focus on us and make it all about us this week, and looking at our strengths and making sure that we really take the game to Falkirk. That's the biggest challenge to the players this week, is to be on the front foot again right from the start, be really aggressive and really concentrate on how we want to approach the game and making it about us. So well aware of their threats, making players aware of that, but big emphasis and focus on us and that desire to go and get 3 points. In terms of team news then, how are we looking? Yeah, there's been a few bumps and bruises. Obviously the Celtic game initially, Nicky Cadden came off with what's turned out to be a bit of a calf injury, so he won't be fit for this weekend. It's not one that will keep him out for months, but definitely missed this game. We'll just see how he goes. Thibault, he's still out as well, unfortunately. He did try and train yesterday, but still not quite there, so he's not going to be available for this weekend. Hope to see him back early part of next week, but definitely by the end of the week is sort of the information we're getting just now. And then we've got a few doubts in terms of ones that have picked up wee niggles. So Junior Hoylett's a bit of a doubt, but we're hoping he should be okay. Jordan Abita's a bit of a doubt, so he also came off in the Celtic game, feeling his hamstring a little bit, so a bit of a doubt there, but clearly with the Nicky situation we'll need to monitor that one. Grant Hanley comes back in after his suspension, so that's someone that's added to the group. So there is a few moving parts, I think, but all in all the rest of the group's in a good position health wise, and we're looking forward to the game now.
Yeah, how does that affect your thoughts if obviously Jordan and Nicky are kind of both doubts? There was a lot of talk obviously in the week as well, playing a back four or a back five.
I've seen a bit of that. Well, people have mentioned it about the fact of going to a back four, and did we go to a back four? I think it's more a case of just being more aggressive with and without the ball, and what we asked Nicky to do and then asked Jordan to do within the game. So it is very much picking a team and a game plan that we think gives us the best chance to get on the front foot. We've done that against Celtic. At times might have looked like a four, but just with asking wing backs to jump a little bit more aggressive. And I think every week we look to try and do different things to try and upset your opponent and give yourself the best chance to do it. And we've got a lot of, I say this all the time, dual position players that you need to be flexible, especially playing in this league. You need to be flexible and adaptable all the time, and the players are capable of doing that. So we're in a good place apart from that, and we'll make sure we give ourselves the best chance tomorrow.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Yes, that was the pre-match thoughts from David Gray speaking to Adam Tomlinson earlier this week. Yogi, the gaffer gave a bit of an update on team news, likely to be without Nicky Cadden. Thibault Clegy will be a doubt as well. But I imagine it kind of gets to this point in the season where you do start picking up those bumps and bruises. But I guess on the flip side, it's an opportunity for other people to come in and take their chance. Yep,
100%. That is it. That's why you've got a big, strong squad. As long as it's healthy and the competition is there, that gives people an opportunity. There's one or two players that have found themselves out of the team in terms of Josh Campbell, Levitt, so it's horses for courses. But one thing I'll say about David Gray, if you're in there doing the business, he keeps you in the team. And if you're a player knowing that is the case, the way you conduct yourself, the way you train, the way you play on a Saturday, then just keep that's the best for the team. Keep it the best form of your life, you stay in the team. You make it an impossible decision to take you out of it. 100%. And as you say, competition for places, we've got enough players there, and I still think there's one or two players in that squad that we've still to see the best of. Yeah, definitely. Plenty of opportunities today for the Hibees on the pitch. A win could take us as high as third place in the table. Of course, Falkirk are the visitors this afternoon. We played them once already at the Falkirk Stadium back in September. Here's a reminder of the highlights from that one.
Step up right footed. Hammers the ball home. Hibs have the lead. 29 minutes on the clock. Martin Boyle. Boyle cut back. Chance here. Blocked again. Hibs still have the opportunity. That's a fabulous goal. Jamie McGrath shows terrific composure inside the penalty area. Down by Cadden. Williams gets the ball across, and Falkirk have one back. McIver it is. Williams whips the ball in. McIver nods the ball into the net. He had a free header there.
Yes, 2-2 it finished at the Falkirk Stadium back in September. Yogi, to use a football cliche, very much a game of two halves there. Started off brilliantly, but then second half let Falkirk back into the game, and a draw probably a fair result in the end.
Yeah, but that's another one that got away from us. You know, we took our foot off the gas. And all credit to Falkirk, they seem to have a real team spirit amongst them, and they never give up. So, you know, if we get in front today, we have to go and make sure we take care of business. I'm looking forward to the game today. I think there'll be goals, and I'm hoping that Hibs get just one more in Falkirk.
Yeah, definitely. Just on Falkirk then. Obviously their first season back in the Premiership. They've been one of the real form teams of the league, unbeaten in their last 5. I think they've drawn with Motherwell in midweek, 0-0, drew with Livy, drew with Rangers as well, whilst also beating Kilmarnock and Dundee United, scoring goals against those teams as well, 3 goals in both those games. They have really been impressive under John McGlynn.
Oh, as you say, you mentioned it, all that comes down to John McGlynn and the job that he's done. He's got in there, you know, he's went back-to-back promotions. Everybody says they'll find it very difficult in the Premier League, and they've just took it like a duck to water. They play great football, and as you say, they can keep clean sheets and they score goals. But when you're signing I was looking at it, when you're signing the quality of a goalkeeper like Bain in goals for Glasgow Celtic, that just tells you you're on the right path. It's a goalkeeper I've always linked, and we're going to have to beat our best to beat him. But you know, it's an intriguing game, isn't it? What shape will Falkirk play? Will they sit in? Will they go and play their usual style of football? We'll soon find out.
Yeah, we will soon find out. Before we finish, I wanted to put you on the spot. You might know this already, but the last time Falkirk won here at Easter Road in the top flight, who was the manager?
It would have been me.
It was you in 2006, 19 years ago.
19 years ago, I'm looking well, am I? 19 years ago, and I'll tell you what, I don't know the score, but I can tell you one of your coaches at Hibs nowadays, Liam Craig, actually got sent off. He wasn't even on the pitch. He was substituting, he got sent off for the substitute bench. I think it kicked off with Brown and Thompson, Craig. I had Craig and O'Donnell for Arsenal, and they really competed. Tony Mowbray was the manager, and yeah, I can remember that very fondly.
I think it finished 1-0 at Falkirk on the day. Scott Brown sent off for Hibs as well in that game as well. So, well, fingers crossed that won't happen today here at Easter Road. Before we finish, I'm going to press you for a score prediction. What would you go for?
I think Hibs 3-1.
3-1, okay. Yeah. Yogi is saying 3-1 Hibs. Let us know on Instagram or X what your score predictions are. Yogi, brilliant to see you again. Thank you very much for coming on. And it's now time to pass you over to our commentary team, which is Stuart Lavelle and led by Cliff Pike. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you all again very soon.